time he was in that finals against Lenok. I mean, way back then, I'm pretty sure it must have been 2013 because J-Dong was in that tournament as well, right? Right? Maybe? Perhaps? I think it's 2013. Anyways, it was way back, and back then, I mean, double upgrades into Ultras was kind of the way to play as Zerg, and we saw the kind of meta of that matchup kind of develop quite heavily with kind of timings from the pros players hitting before the Ultras popped and stuff like that to kill for 4th base, and Archon timing was very important to get Archons out to be able to defend against the Ultras to do a lot of the tanking. So it's kind of interesting to watch the meta kind of head that way again and see where exactly it will end up. As for now, we just have a probe moving towards the 3rd base for Adonminus. We saw her Forge come down from. He started +1 upgrades, and you see melee upgrades starting up for Hydra, although I think this is just off a single Evo chamber, so just a single Evo, just melee upgrades for now, and just a few Zerglings starting to come in towards this 3rd base, which he will actually be able to get a probe on. So as a probe, starts looking as well on the next, which I think was a little bit ambitious. If he really wanted anything, he probably could have killed the pylon. But he has to be damage on the Nexus, and for now, we'll just head away. Twilight Council and a robot on the way up then forwards on this, so he continues his own tech tree here as he will look to head in towards that +2, the blink most likely, and just, I mean, very standard to go alongside a 3rd base basically. When do we see a pros player not going for this sort of stuff when he goes towards a 3rd base nowadays in PvZ? It's been in the meta for a long time, so no real surprises there as these things just back off towards the centre of the map. And yeah, Lara on the way. Rotron is going to come in here for Hydra, so whether that's just a safety Rotron because he may need some roaches to help defend, or whether he's actually going to switch into kind of pure roaches as his composition, I guess is still kind of up in the air. Although, I mean, with melee upgrades finishing, it would really not make any sense to just rely solely on roaches, because then what did you upgrade +1 melee for? So still, I mean, +1 melee is a bit of a weird thing, like to only get +1 melee, but he's clearly going for some sort of timing where he's going to focus around being able to cancel / kill the 3rd base. At this point, it's going to be a kill. So he's going to look to try and cancel the 3rd base. If he goes down the infestation pit, roach speed will start. But 7 more gateways being added on here for Adonminus. With 3 already out, that's going to be 10 gateways up and running for him very quickly. War Prism on the way as well. And this could very well be Adonminus looking towards maybe just looking to kill his opponent on these 3 bases very quickly, not looking to really tech too much further than he already has done in this game. We'll see what will happen here. We've got Cabellings just spreading out. One of these things going to sit by these rocks. Separated by the sea of rubble from his friends. And so he starts to take that down. We actually see Flying Locust starting up here for Hydra. So this is kind of unique, interesting, because, I mean, +2 blink timing, if that is what Adonminus is going to go for here, well, it used to be very strong during Euro because it would hit at a time where, you know, the first Swarmers were just coming out. Now in this new metagame, we've got the Flying Locust upgrade, which takes a long time to kick in. So my question is, you know, with these Swarmers being a little bit extra delayed because you invest in that upgrade a little bit sooner, and you know, he makes sure to you know, really focus on that. And with the new Swarmers, is he going to be able to hold on to any form of aggression which might come out from Adonminus, which is almost definitely going to be coming. Look how many gateway units he's ordered in. There's no need for him to make this many gateway units without teching further, unless he is under direct threat of an attack. And this number of Zerglings, when you've got force fields, that's not a direct threat of an attack, as the force field's really messing up here for Adonminus. Really could have locked a lot of those in there, but missed, unfortunately. Smalling's taking some damage. Again, the first Swarmers are now out on the map. With a 60-second cooldown, they should really kind of be moving forwards, and even just sending a wave of ground locusts forwards to go and distract Adonminus, or to go and get some damage done, and then pull back so that he can kind of use them once again defensively after slowing down the army a little bit and buying himself some more time, not just for the next wave of locusts, but just to make some more units in general. You know, do you see the locusts coming up here, but with force fields they can't fly just yet, so with force fields he's able to actually block a lot of these off, and Adonminus is again, he's gunning for this right now. He's going to keep on moving towards this War Prism in tow. He's got +2 melee is about to kick in for our Zerglings, but there's not really that many Zerglings on the field, and without having invested in the Carapace upgrades, it means that all of these upgrades which I've invested into throughout the game are right now more or less useless, simply because there just isn't enough Zerglings for them to really be useful. So almost actually get kind of sent blocked away, but that doesn't matter too much because I guess we can send Flying Locusts in now when they are ready to send something in, but there's just no real units right now for Hydra. I mean, his supply is there, it's the 170 supply against 135, but his units just don't seem to be anywhere nearby, and There we go, the Locusts are going to come in, but the Warp Prism, this is going to be able to take, to add so many new units into this fight. There's the Locusts coming in right now. They'll take out a few Stalkers to the right-hand side, but maybe just too little too late, because the Locusts get taken down. It's another minute until we see those Locusts available to go once again, and every single Roach gets taken down. The Queen getting chased back here as well, and into the main base, linking forwards here. Adonminus is just going to be able to take down everything in the main. He force fields the ramp, and I mean, the only thing that can come towards him now is going to be those flying Locusts once again, but they weren't scary the first time. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be scary the second time. And Adonminus looks as though he is going to take down another Korean Zergblade here in the SC2 Improved Team League Season 4. He took down Impact when they played against Axiom Mesa, and now he is about to take the game off of Hydra to even up this series and put Cascade into a position where they could maybe contest to take this match. If they lose their strongest player, where do they go to next? And of course, Cascade have their own strongest player sitting behind this, waiting to come out, of course, Cass. We'll be looking to hopefully try and take some wins here today, if needed. Because for now, Adonminus looks pretty good. He takes down Hydra